So, I'm an artist. Meaning, I art. And when people think art, they usually think painting. I want to paint a unicorn today. I don't know why, I just really do. Yay! I did it! I did a digital sketch beforehand because I don't like the idea of messing up on a canvas, and transferred it over with very tedious work. So let's get started, shall we? I hope my paint will cover everything because there's a lot of smudges and it's really dark, especially on a canvas. So let's just hope for the best, you know, and pray about it because I'm actually scared now. Also, I think we should do the background first so that it doesn't mess up the unicorn in any way. So we should start doing that. So yay, woo, I'm so excited. I really don't know what the background should be. I want to do like blue though, so. With my painting style, I'm very, very impressionistic and post-impressionistic and all that style. I showed you the painting of Van Gogh earlier. That's basically my bread and butter. I cannot do better than that in any painting. Also, I have the problem of I never have painted an animal except once. I would show you that, but it's a personal painting for my father, so sorry. But let's just say I'm not exactly well versed in painting animals, so let's hope this goes well. I won't like mess everything up and have to destroy this canvas or something.
Good evening, my people up in the chandeliers. The wine and dining, the menu is blood, sweat, and tears. Everybody ready, raining down confetti. Champions are born right now. Ain't about the glamour, click goes the hammer. Run when you hear that sound. Heroes never die, gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line.
When I was a kid, a normal young girl, I loved unicorns so much, and My Little Pony was like my favorite show ever. This is kind of an homage to my childhood self, I guess. If any art historians want to spin that in any way, I doubt I'm gonna be famous or popular enough to be a mystery in any art history, but it's fun to think about, I guess. For our history, I guess it's actually gonna be a lot for historians in the future because there's so many more people that paint. And I'm guessing there are unsung painters who have never gotten recognized ever in any capacity due to the fact that they just weren't popular enough. The weird thing is that like art used to be somewhat unobtainable because you need to buy all this stuff and you need to get this popular and get that popular. So it was kind of a competition, kind of like now in YouTube and all that. But I wonder how people will react to all our art in the future and see who becomes the next Van Gogh or Da Vinci or someone like that. Because I'm actually genuinely curious about that. People really like to talk about all the technological advances of our age, and while I do agree that that is very interesting and very popular, especially with how we have gone 100 years and have seen next to nothing, and then suddenly we're getting all these things, I do hope that historians will focus on things like art and stuff, because those are very popular in our age as well. I mean, with writing and stuff, we have so many fantasy books, and I wonder how literature people and like, you know, English teachers of the future are gonna talk about how we have all our fantasy stuff or all our rom-coms or something like that. It's interesting how literature and art really reflect on the age and the time period in which you were in. For example, Great Gatsby, you know, it's written in the 1920s, it was in the 1920s. It was about the American dream, it was about Gatsby, it was about the Prohibition. You can tell every single thing and how people were feeling in that timeline just from the book alone. which is really interesting to me, and I do wonder how historians are gonna react to all our K-pop idol and obsession with book characters. I do wonder what they will think of us. I do wonder if we will make such a mark on history with our own age. This is getting really deep for a video about me painting a unicorn, and I'm not even done with the background yet.
Line.
Okay, so I think the background's done. I like it. I think it's really cute with all the colors. But the star of the show is the unicorn, which I am very, very scared about. I do kind of want her mane to not be rainbow, as it would be hinted at. I actually want it to be pink because I like pink a lot for no reason. Let's get to that, shall we? Pink, my beloved.
Their dreams just keep dripping out of their golden cups. I'm starving, leftovers ain't enough. Ain't about the royals, they do nothing for you. All you got is you right now. Who is gonna falter? Who is gonna conquer? Better never count me out. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Horror believing, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day.
I did an entire project on Van Gogh for art appreciation class at school. I bed for Van Gogh because I love him. And I found out that nearing the end of his career, he would basically take his paints and just squeeze them on the canvas and just paint. I am obviously not gonna do that, but I think the technique to just like use the paints and not mix them is kind of cool. I will mix my paints. However, I am using the paints from the color straight from the tube instead of just relying on mixing alone. And I think that's really cool, and I think it delivers a slightly good effect. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe all my paintings are awful. I don't know.
Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gotta make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. Horror believing, underdog dreaming, don't need no tears. World's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line.
Honestly, being so silent throughout this entire thing, I have no idea how I'm gonna edit this video at the time of recording this, by the way. So, I hope you are enjoying this. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never painted in front of an audience. I've never painted for a video. I've never painted for my family. I seriously stopped painting as soon as my parents walk into the room to check on me when I am painting. This is very new to me, and I hope everyone is happy with it and fine with it. And I understand that I am very awkward, so I am so sorry for that. I try to be awkward in the best way possible, but there's only so much awkwardness you can have while still being charming, and I am not that, so... I usually flail my arms around when I'm recording, and it's really fun. However, I can't really do that here because I tap my desk a lot and make contact with it a lot, and I can't do that because there's a painting there and it's wet. So, no flailing arms, just a bunch of brush strokes. ever really paint with acrylics. I've only ever done one oil painting, and that was the Van Gogh one. And also, I did one watercolor painting for my mom for Mother's Day. Not go well. I really don't like it, but she likes it, and I'm happy about that. But if anyone has any tips for watercolors or oils, please tell me, because I do want to branch out with my painting. Just tips would be nice, things like that. And any tips to even improve acrylic painting would be very lovely. And my cat is getting all up in a box. I'm sorry. My other cat has come to help her. I love this brush so much. It's so big yet so small at the same time. I'm obviously primarily an artist in the sense of I draw on a piece of paper or I draw on my iPad. Painting is really out of my comfort zone and I am slightly scared of it. I know I'm not the best at painting, but I do have fun when I paint, and that's really happy, and that's all that matters. Painting is either me feeling like I'm wrestling with mud and losing, or it is me feeling like a kid again, or it's a relaxing adulthood thing. So there's 3 ways that painting can go for me, and right now I am feeling very happy and kiddish while painting, and I also think that is partially because I am seriously painting a unicorn. I am not complaining about that. I love this.
Grew up in the French court, wee bonjour, life was a chore, so
she set sail.
1522 came straight to the UK, all the British dudes lame.
Epic fail.
Ooh, I wanna dance and sing.
Politics,
not my thing.
ooh.
But then I met the king, and soon my daddy said, you should try and get ahead. He wanted me, obviously.
It's strange to me how, as a kid, all I really wanted to do was grow up. I would seriously grab my baby dolls and me and my sister would pretend to be mothers, and it was fun. It was just pretend and it was fine. However, weirdly enough, now I do not really want to be a mother, at least at the moment. And as a kid, I always romanticized the age of 16 so much. You can blame Disney Channel for that. And now that 16 has kind of come and gone for me, nothing really happened. Nothing notable, nothing interesting except for one thing, and we don't talk about it. And it's just so weird how so many things you think are gonna happen when you're a kid just don't happen. And at the end of the day, I understand this is heard so often, so much. I become an adult, quote unquote, every day of me just going, cherish your youth and enjoy your childhood. It's something I always hated to hear as a kid, but right now I would seriously, legitimately go back to my younger self and tell her that. I would also tell her to not do a lot of things. However, I was a stubborn child and still am. So I feel as though she would not listen to me, but at least I would try. You know the entire trust the process saying? I am trusting it so hard right now. This is not exactly my best work, but I am going to try to make it better, and we can see how it goes.
Messaging me like every day. Couldn't be better than he sent me a letter, and who am I kidding? I was prêt à manger. Sent a reply. Just saying hi. You're a nice guy. I'll think about it maybe. XO baby.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
You sent him kisses.
I didn't know I would move in with his missus.
What?
Get a life.
You're living with his wife.
Like, what was I meant?
Strangely enough, Picasso, you know, the famous guy, he said himself that he mastered art at 14 years old, and he spent his entire career after it trying to reclaim his childhood, trying to reclaim the art of his childhood, and just trying to be a kid. That's interesting to me. You'd be told you're a prodigy your entire life, and just master everything, and suddenly you realize that, oh, you want to be a kid. It's strange. So many stolen childhoods I feel like are in this generation, and it's so weird. People want to make kids grow up too fast. People want to subject kids to really terrible things, and people just honestly hate everything, and I do not understand why. Are you just venting your frustrations on the fact that you had no childhood and now are putting it on your kid? Or are you just being a jerk face?
Do. Sorry, not sorry about what I said. I'm just trying to have some fun. Don't worry, don't lose your head. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. LOL, say oh well, or go.
At this point, I'm basically just waiting for a lot of things to dry so I can convince them. I do not like the horn. I do not like the fact that I accidentally did that. And I do not like a lot of things. So I'm basically waiting for everything to dry so that I will be able to get things done.
To hell, I'm sorry, not sorry about what I said. Don't lose your head. Three in the bed and the little one said, if you wanna be wed, make up your mind. Her or me, chum, don't wanna be some girl in a are you blind? Ooh, don't be bitter, ooh, 'cause I'm fitter. Ooh, why hasn't it hit her? He doesn't wanna bang you, somebody hang you. Here we go. Your comment went viral. I didn't really mean.
Okay, so I waited for the paint to dry and then I forgot to record the finishing touches, so very sorry about that. Give me a round of applause. But seriously, I did add some extra sparkles, some white at the top, and also I feel like I need to add a little more blue, so I'm just gonna quickly do that. This painting is not my best work, and that's okay. I'll try harder next time and learn from all the mistakes I made while painting this. I do hope you guys like this painting because I did work hard on it, and it's not the best, but it's also not the worst. So anyway, I do hope you like it, and I hope you enjoyed this video a lot. I am sorry for my awkwardness. I'm sorry for not talking very much, and I'm sorry for just my own self at this point. But if you did like this video, then please give it a like and consider subscribing and do all the stupid YouTuber stuff that I have to say. Also, do something that makes you happy. I beg of you. I beg of you. I beg of you. Please be happy, please. I am so tired of people not being happy, so please just go do something that makes you happy. And if something that makes you happy is watching another video, then the video on your screen is something that YouTube thinks you might actually like. It put it on there because they think you might enjoy it. So please go and check that out if you want to. Please have a most wonderful day. Bye.